Put the date in your calendar, book the day off school or work if necessary. But Friday, the 2nd of August at 2:30 p.m. Paris time will be the men's singles final at the Paris Olympics. But who will be there? Who will be etching their name in history and achieving their first Olympic gold medal? Now, there's a high chance there'll be a Chinese player in that final. But what about a young Frenchman? What about Felix Lebrun? Does he have a serious chance of winning a gold medal in Paris? Let me just highlight how difficult a task this would be for Felix. So since table tennis entered the Olympics program in 1988, 32 of the possible 37 gold medals have been won by China. And the last time a non-Chinese player won the men's singles was in 2004. That was Ryu Seung-min from South Korea. And competing for China this year in the men's singles will be Wang Chuqin, the current world number one, and Fan Zhendong, the current world champion. History may not be on his side, but one thing we have learned about Felix Lebrun over the last 2 years since he burst onto the scene like a young Michael Richards is how incredibly talented he is. At just 17 years old, he's ranked number 5 in the world, which is the highest of all the non-Chinese players currently playing. Perhaps a good place though to look at his chances in Paris is to look at his record against Fan Zhendong and Wang Chuqin. As far as I can tell, Felix Lebrun has only come up against Fan Zhendong the once back in April 2023. It was an easy victory for Fan Zhendong, but can we learn much from this match? Probably not. It was very early on in Felix Lebrun's career, and in the grand scale of Felix Lebrun's life, it was a very, very long time ago. Now, Alexis Lebrun has actually beaten Fan Zhendong in a competitive singles match. Does that mean anything? Probably not, but maybe some kind of psychological edge for the Lebrun brothers. Wang Chuqin has come up against Felix Lebrun twice in 2024. The first time was at the World Team Table Tennis Championships in the final, and Wang Chuqin absolutely annihilated Felix Lebrun. It seemed that the occasion, the final, got the better of Felix Lebrun, and he looked incredibly nervous throughout the match. He had difficulty stringing points together, and he looked quite frustrated by the third match. Wang Chuqin looked incredibly confident, but we have to remember this is the first time France had reached a World Team Championship final since the 1990s, and it's probably the first time that Felix Lebrun has reached a major final. And you have to remember, these Chinese players, they're used to playing in these pressure situations. They're used to being in finals. And Felix Lebrun is so young, he can only learn from the experience. Now, the second time that Felix Lebrun faced Wang Chuqin, it was about a month or so later at the Singapore Smash, and it was a little bit closer. Wang Chuqin did win comfortably, but Felix Lebrun did look in the match. He did take a game from Wang Chuqin, so he's heading in the right direction. But definitely Wang Chuqin has something over Felix Lebrun. It seems like a really difficult task for Felix in Paris, but one thing he will have on his side, or at least I'm hoping so, is a really partisan crowd who might be able to create an atmosphere that the Chinese players are not quite so used to. So the Chinese players are often playing in front of crowds who are supporting them, or maybe no crowd at all, as often is the case on the World Tour. So this might be something new for them. I'm hoping it really is a sort of raucous atmosphere and they can maybe power Felix Lebrun along. It's going to be a big ask, but I think Felix Lebrun, of the non-Chinese players, has the best opportunity to win in Paris. Yeah, there are other contenders. Lin Wenru has had success against the top Chinese players. He was third in Tokyo, but his form of late has not been quite as strong. Tomokazu Harimoto, Hugo Calderano, Ovcharov, potentially they have an opportunity as well. It's going to be so hard though. Chances are it will be an all-Chinese final. Chances are it will be a Chinese gold, but I think there is a glimmer of hope, and I'm hoping Felix can do it. It would be really great for the Olympics themselves to have a home champion, something for the French crowd to really get behind. And we have to remember the Olympics for table tennis really is a showpiece event. It'll be when a lot of people will be watching table tennis, perhaps for the first time. I think for myself, the Olympics were one of the first times I'd watch table tennis on TV or watch professional table tennis. So it is a showpiece event, and in the very least, I hope there is some good matches, some good storylines, something for audiences to really get into other than watching high quality table tennis. Some storylines to mean that they'll watch it over another sport. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Hopefully Felix can do it. It'll be such a difficult task, but you never know. There is a glimmer of hope. I'm going to be following the Olympics closely. I've definitely got that finals day off work, so I'll be watching all of the semi-finals and finals, which are all on that 2nd of August. So yeah, bring on the Olympics.